Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to speak about something very personal. My problem of the day is not abstract, it's a broken relationship. When something breaks between two people, it feels like the ground under you is also broken. Your body carries pain, your mind plays endless loops of what went wrong, and your heart wants answer that reality refuses to give. It feels like loss, but deeper than loss. It feels like the collapse of the whole field of life. And in a way, that's exactly what it is. In the language of the emotional field theory, a relationship is not only two individuals. It is shared emotional body, a configuration of information that both partners build together every day through gestures, words, silence, expectation. This body grows. It is not visible, but it organizes reality. When you love someone, your perception is literally torn into this shared field. Their voice, their smell, their presence, it is not only memory, it is the resonance of a structure that exists between you. So when the relationship breaks, it is not just someone left. It is that the shared emotional body collapses. As a resonance that was shaping your probabilities, your daily movement, your future plans disappear, and your own emotional body, which was intertwined with theirs, feels amputated. That is why breakups feel like death, because a whole informational configuration that gave you stability is gone. Now, why does this happen? Why does a relationship break even when love seemed real? From the emotional field perspective, the answer is not in blaming one partner. It is in the dynamics of probability. Every emotional body has its own patterns. Excitation it can hold, excitation it cannot. Sometimes two emotional bodies ally for a while. Their rhythms fit, the excitation amplify each other, and life feels like flow. But sometimes the configuration begins to diverge. One body moves toward expansion, another toward contraction. One resonates with openness, the other with control. The shared emotional body then enters instability. It becomes harder to hold excitation together. Misunderstanding grow, small conflicts become trigger for collapse. On the surface, it looks like arguments, betrayal, silence. Underneath, it is the physics of the field, to pattern losing coherence. This is important to see clearly because otherwise the mind will do what it always does: invent stories of guilt and shame. I was not enough, they destroy me, I should have tried harder. But these stories are only attempts to rationalize a deeper informational process. The truth is simpler and harsher. The shared emotional body could not hold. Now, how we deal with this collapse? How can I today calm myself when my emotional body feels shattered? First, by recognizing that the collapse of a shared body is not a collapse of your own. The emotional body still exists. It is bruised, yes. It has lost resonance, yes. But it has not disappeared. In fact, now it is free from distortion that belonged to the other. This is painful but also a chance. Second, by allowing the pain as a signal. Pain is not an enemy, pain is the body registering the shift of the field. It is raw information. A structure has broken. If I fight it, resist it, or try to drown it in destruction, I only create loops. The loop of longing, the loop of blaming, the loop of despair. But if I feel it as sensation, tightness in the chest, burning in the eyes, emptiness in the stomach, then the energy moves, it becomes excitation again, not frozen word. Third, by creating new excitation consciously. The field hates vacuum. When the shared emotional body collapses, the danger is that empty space will be filled only by repetition of old memories. That is how people stay stuck for years, by reliving the same sense, keeping the broken body alive in imagination. To shift, I must introduce new patterns, walking alone in a silence, writing, meeting the world with fresh perception. Not to distract myself, but to reconfigure my probabilities. Every new resonance, sound, light, breath, contact with nature is a food for the emotional body. Fourth, for remembering that nothing was wasted. The shared emotional body that collapsed has already shaped me. Its excitation have been registered in me. They will not vanish. They become part of my field. Even if the relationship is over, the information lives in my body, not as chains but as texture. What matters is how I hold it, as a weight or as a depth. So, what is the solution? It is not to heal faster or to find something new, somebody new. It is to recognize what really happened, a collapse of configuration. To feel the raw sensation without stories, to begin slowly building new expectation, and to trust that the emotional field always moves. Nothing stays frozen unless I hold it frozen with my mind. Let me say it clearly. A broken relationship is not the end of love. It is the end of one configuration of love. And the field is infinite. The probability of new resonance is always there. Tonight, instead of replaying memories, I will sit quietly. I will feel the sensation of absence in my chest. I will name them simply pressure, emptiness, warm vibration, and I will allow them to be without resonance. In that moment, my emotional body begins to reconfigure, not by forgetting, not by forcing, but by presence. And tomorrow, when light comes through the window, I will notice it as in for the first time. That noticing is already the seed of a new shared body, not with another person yet, but with life itself. And that is the foundation for everything that will come. So, if you are listening and you are also living through a broken relationship, remember, your pain is not proof of your weakness. It is proof that you built something real. And if you build once, you can build again. The emotional field is not closed, it's alive. That is my reflection for today. My problem was broken relationship. My practice is to stay with the pain as excitation, to let my emotional body update itself, and to trust that coherence will return. Thank you for being here with me. This is my 180-day challenge. Every day, one video, one problem, one attempt to speak honestly through the lens of the emotional field. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.